Coming up on today's wrestling news, Mr. Iguana getting a major main roster push.
A new belt has been unveiled on Dynamite.
When are WWE doing the 2025 draft? We'll tell you.
And American Gladiators is getting some wrestlers.
I'm Mr. Bailey, buddy.
Terrible. I'm just Phil.
And this is the news. And first we start with Mr. Iguana. I can't flick that back up onto my shoulder like he can. And maybe that's one of the reasons why he might be getting not just a run on NXT, not just a few more overlaps following this AAA purchase, but a full WWE main roster run.
Yeah.
Don't take our word for it. This is straight from the Iguana's mouth. Mr. Iguana was speaking to news outlet Linea Directa TV. My apologies if the pronunciation has been butchered there. And he was asked what it would take for him to reach, and this was the host's words, the level of a global icon like John Cena. He replied, quote, "No, I'm there effectively. Like literally, I was in the Performance Centre yesterday and they told me, you're not going through NXT, you're heading straight to the main roster. I was literally taking pictures with Shawn Michaels and they told me they need you here because your shirt is a top seller in WWE and you're also the fastest rising star when it comes to action figures and trading cards." What the hell is going on? Mr. Iguana, of course, for those that aren't aware, and at this point, if you're watching our video, you probably should be and must be, first appeared for WWE a week ago on NXT ahead of Worlds Collide. He was in the crowd as one of the many luchadors that was set to be featured. He had the little iguana fella on his shoulder. Then he works the show, kind of captivates everybody by flicking it onto his shoulder and then working the match itself.
Got some iguana skills.
Iguana skills, appears again on NXT. Everybody's after the t-shirt, everybody's after the the action figure Iguana. Mr. Iguana himself, he's become like just a talk of social media and what could be happening. And as far as he's concerned, it's all the way to the top, brother.
Yeah, it is. Who goddamn knew? I love this world that we live in. It's absolutely wonderful when a guy like Mr. Iguana can get a push to the goddamn main roster that quickly. Hell yes. It also means we were reporting the other day that like Danhausen's contract might be expiring in AEW, so potentially if WWE signed Danhausen, we could get a Mr. Iguana versus Danhausen match at some point in the future.
Yeah.
That's a timeline that we could live in.
I saw Joe Hendry tweet an image of the two of them that are both sharing space on a poster for an upcoming AAA show, I think it is. Mm-hmm. Even he acknowledging perhaps that, they occupy similar spaces, shall we say, with no disrespect intended to either Hendry or Iguana.
Yep.
In terms of there being no rules to how you get over and perhaps how you get ahead and indeed how you make it onto the big stages.
Yep.
The bar
Everybody's got their niche.
Indeed. And the bar keeps getting raised and raised. Hendry working WrestleMania might have been controversial maybe in TNA circles and about the champion going out there and doing a quick job to Randy Orton. But it was a reminder that there is no stage too big for an act that becomes popular or presents numbers or presents interest or engagement. He's talking about, he's already onto things like merch and things like that. He's probably being gassed up in terms of what numbers he can produce and provide.
Yep.
This won't be coming from just something he's invented. And if it has, more power to you, Mr. Iguana, for getting us to talk about it and aggregate it here.
Hell yeah. I mean, Jake had his snake, Foley had his sock.
Can we just...
Santino had his cobra.
Right, that's closer.
So they all fit together. It's just...
They're all the same, aren't they, Phil? That's right.
They're all exactly the same.
Jake Roberts and Mick Foley have all the same to offer that Mr. Iguana did. Yes, you are right. Yeah, I have nothing further to add.
I don't know what you're
good. I'm having a good time.
But yeah, moving over from that to AEW, and they've debuted a new belt last night on Dynamite. The Continental Championship and the International Championship have become one, and not called the Intercontinental title. What you said earlier, and not called the Continental,
which I quite like.
Which it's now the unified title. Yeah. And it was put together in a contract signing bit last night on Dynamite with Okada and Omega, who are obviously going to face off for it at All In Dallas at the big show. Big match, big show.
Yep.
And then Don Callis came out and was running down Omega, and then Okada attacked Omega, and they had a massive fight, and he ended up with Omega leaving on a stretcher, and then they attacked him some more, and he ended up coughing up blood and stuff before Don Callis and Okada ran away in a car together. So it feels like maybe Okada's joined the Don Callis family. Maybe it's just the enemy of my enemy is my friend, or whatever it is. Whatever that saying, that definitely famous saying is.
I know the saying. The enemy of my enemy is my iguana.
Is my iguana,
That's the saying.
So they'll be fighting for the Iguana Championship All In, of course.
All Iguana, I can't
All
wait.
Iguana Wrestling.
I legitimately can't wait for this.
It's gonna
the on the preview yesterday, I called for Kenny Omega vomiting blood, and I pretty much got that. The visual selling of the diverticulitis, obviously. It's a great segment, and if you're kind of hot on Omega or Okada, you've probably already seen this. And indeed, the shots this morning going around, not just of the belt, as we were talking about before we came to record, from Dynamite, but some of the beauty shots that have now appeared online.
I mean, it is opinion time with Phil Chambers, baby.
Yeah, go on.
Let us know down in the comments what you think of the belt, because obviously every time a belt is unveiled in wrestling, people have some goddamn opinions about it. What do you think?
I like it. I like the belt. I've taken a closer look at the high-res images that are appearing. It reminds me of the things I liked about the very first AEW women's title, other than the fact it was tiny. Remember when they made like a bigger version of it? But like the sort of, it's like a squared off circular centre plate, which I like. Just big ass globes on the side plates, nothing unfancy in that regard. And then the, I don't know what, I'm terrible at describing these, but that sort of layered lettering that reminds me of the all-time GOAT IWGP title, where you've got like the little bit of gold sticking out from other bits of gold. No, AEW, more good belts than bad, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I do
they are
like
quite
this
good at belts. They are definitely quite good at belts. But let us know down in the comments below what you think. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
But globes on belts is definitely underrated.
It's where we should
more
be.
globes on belts.
Agree, fully
and
agree.
More iguanas everywhere.
Maybe, Phil, Mr. Iguana is going to be making his way to Raw or SmackDown via a draft. Whoa, close the bloody door, you'll let an iguana in. Because there is set to be one.
The iguana is like a draft excluder.
Yeah, oh my God. That's a merchandise opportunity.
There you go, WWE. You can have that one for free.
This is a friggin' ideas factory as well as a dream one. And if your dreams are set around another WWE draft, well, they might be coming true in the summer at last. There has been discussion about a WWE draft for ages, quite frankly. Going as far back as like late last year when there was a mention of a transfer window, which in hindsight was just an excuse for them to be a bit lazy with the booking and send wrestlers wherever they wanted. The draft has often taken place in the post-WrestleMania season, or far worse, the pre-Survivor Series season.
God, yeah, that was bad.
Before they would do the brand war, it made no sense.
Yep.
Well, it looks like we're going to get a compromise of the two this time, because there are discussions and rumours that it will take place in the summer instead. This is via Body Slam Net's Patreon podcast, I think it is, with Corey Hayes and Viper, who said, quote, "The last I heard about the WWE draft was that they'd be considering doing it post-SummerSlam, most likely as a tie-in to the season premiere in September." Yes, the show that never ends always has a season premiere.
Yep, of course.
That time of year. Sweeps week or whatever, I don't know. Speaking of which, by the way, 2-1 to the Pacers. Who saw this coming?
Who saw this coming? My God.
A thunderclap for the Pacers as they go 2-1 up in the playoffs. But with recent call-ups, there hasn't been a real reason to reshuffle rosters as storylines are still ongoing. So whether this means a post-SummerSlam PLE or a post-Clash in Paris PLE is yet to be determined. But in time for season premiere episodes, I would definitely say yes. Triple H does tend to book WrestleMania to SummerSlam, SummerSlam to Survivor Series to Rumble, Rumble to Mania. The 2-night SummerSlam means that he's beholden, should I say, to the roster that he's currently got in place. It would be trickier probably if you mix and match those. But because it's WrestleMania feeling, why not do the draft then?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Oh, all right, okay.
I think the draft is done.
Just full stop?
Just full stop. They haven't done anything interesting with it in forever.
The episodes stink.
The episodes are really bad.
They're really boring.
They have, I thought maybe when Triple H took over and they would make that first draft, it was like maybe they can do something new here, freshen it up, because you've got kind of an excuse to, and then they did absolutely nothing with it. And the shows stink. They don't do anything interesting, and I don't think it's necessary. I think you can have true rosters, and I think it's much more interesting now you've got the two general managers if they just do trades every now and then if you want to move people around.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I like the idea of drafts because I love rosters being stuck to.
Yeah.
I love the sense that you could...
But they don't. That
is a problem. That is a problem,
for the last, 3 months or something, people have been willy-nilly pretty much going all over the shop.
Yeah.
So you can't have it both ways.
No.
You've got to pick a side.
I am not yearning for the era of the SmackDown, the Fox robot and the robot in their various war rooms, only for somebody to come out on a podium. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I actually have nostalgia for something from the mid-2000s. I didn't hate wrestler wins match, show gets wrestler at random.
I mean, if you're going to bring that back, though, you've got to bring back not telling the wrestlers until you show it live on TV.
That made them all really miserable.
Made them all really sad.
Yeah, I did like that. Like, I mean, yeah, work it. Imagine that. Imagine telling the wrestlers how their schedules are going to look.
Yeah.
No, I love the... And then wrestlers could win wrestlers for their shows, but potentially win themselves new opponents. Like, oh no, this is the one thing I didn't want to happen. Now I've got to worry about Kane. Like, nobody would want to win Kane.
Yeah.
Like, imagine I coming to work and be like, Phil, great news, I've won a big prize. What have you won? We're working with Glenn Jacobs now. It's not a prize, Hamlet.
It's not a prize.
But the storylines you get off that used to be quite fun.
Yeah. And you get to break up the Dudley Boys and move JR to SmackDown for no apparent reason.
Yeah, right, it was terrible. It was the worst. Do a nice version of the good device rather than bullying the
I don't know, let us know in the comments below what you think. I think, unless you're going to do something interesting with it, don't do it at all. I think you're already struggling to fill SmackDown with a 3-hour show. So, like, you're going to need to move people around just to get some goddamn excitement on that show.
I don't know, like, draft Road Dogg to AAA or something.
Anywhere.
Like
to away. You're drafted home. Bye. Yeah, it's my story. That's how we move on.
That's his story.
That's how
and
we
he's
move
sticking
on.
to it.
The American Gladiators show is coming
Yes.
back, and just Show My Sap or Fightful has some scoop skis about who's going to be on it, because there is a few wrestlers. So there is one quite big wrestler that's going to be going to it that is possibly the most perfect fit for American Gladiators that you could ever possibly imagine. Rick Boogs, or Eric Bugenhagen, of course, is going to be on American Gladiators, which is absolutely ridiculous and really good fun. If you've ever watched any of his YouTube videos, you'll know that guy is... He's a personality.
Yeah.
He's a card. He's got something going for him.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to have him back on TV, which that's just going to be fantastic. He's perfect for him. But they've also got former TNA star who's currently in OVW, Jesse Goddard, who is not shy about going on reality TV shows and things. He has gone on a lot of them. He's been on Big Brother. He was on Wrestlers on Netflix, and he was in House of Villains as well.
Knows that
so he's
world.
going to be on there, definitely knows that world. And apparently there's going to be some more wrestlers that are going to be announced sort of in the coming weeks. Now this is going to be on Amazon Prime, like a big revival of the show. And it's going to be hosted by The Miz as well. So if you're excited to see The Miz and Eric Bugenhagen and whatever the hell they got up to on some big, dumb, pompous American TV show, I know I am.
I want to look at this. So the Gladiators reboot has gone down swimmingly in the UK.
Yeah.
They've been very loyal to our UK version of it from the 90s, and they've kept enough of their tropes while modernising it. Like, it has been, and I say this as like a dad of two, of kids that are now like sort of 12 and 9 and are very much veering away from what me and my wife would want to watch.
Yeah.
It's somehow created an hour of family viewing, the likes of which I never thought I'd see again. In like
that
the fragmented
classic Saturday night, sit down with the family and watch TV.
I never thought that was coming back, and Gladiators is that 1 hour. So we'll definitely be giving the American Gladiators reboot a go at my house, if only so I can be like, look kids, it's The Miz.
It's The Miz.
Me and your mum saw him win the title on our honeymoon. You've already left. And then so is she. No, the Eric Bugenhagen, his YouTube channel is a sight to behold. He will like bring the personality as like the...
Like bring the energy. That's what he's going to bring.
I can't decide if you make him a babyface gladiator that just America falls in love with, or a heel one, because like he'll do those videos where he'll just say, like, for example, squashing a watermelon, just screaming his lungs out to loud metal until he, like, the watermelon pops in his hand. The idea of him threatening to do that to contender's head, or something that has potential. Jesse Goddard, as you say, just knows his way around the overlapping sort of sides of wrestling and television, and those two things coming together. And again, aesthetically, the American Gladiators look, while different to the UK one, is its own pretty unique thing. So I kind of look forward to seeing The Miz as the ringmaster of all that.
It's in the documentary on Netflix. You know,
oh my God!
It's good.
I love it.
It's good stuff.
When they had them like making towns like wrestlers, like Gladiators house shows.
Ridiculous.
Like, we're getting injured. Like, we need help.
It's good stuff. If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Incredible scenes. Yes, and that is today's wrestling news. But before we wrap up, we would like to take this opportunity to give our very best wishes to Adam Pacitti as he departs Cultaholic, and for now at least, per his Instagram post, we can check out, I guess, the wrestling internet space on YouTube. Obviously, Pacitti's done amazing things at Cultaholic. It's been awesome to see those guys kicking ass. And yeah, we both worked with him. Before, obviously, the guys left WhatCulture to form Cultaholic. Had a great time working with Pacitti here at WhatCulture. Yours extended to the ring itself, did it not?
Yeah, I was working with WCPW. I only worked with them for like 2 years or something like that. But Pacitti's a great guy. It's like, he is the kind of guy that whatever he does next, he is going to absolutely excel at. It's going to be ridiculous because he's a very, very talented guy. But I will say, a YouTube without Adam Pacitti is a sadder place.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
So, we absolutely wish him all the best with whatever he ends up doing next. And we will definitely be following along to see what that is. And it's going to be good because it's Adam Pacitti.
You love it. And if you love YouTube stuff in general, what are you going to do, Phil? Because if it was me, I'd probably just close my laptop and throw it out of a window.
No, don't do that.
What?
Continue your YouTube journey right here.
We'll see you soon.
Click, 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 click.